Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to do an alcohol ink tumbler. This one is so easy and it looks so beautiful when you're finished. So I just took this 20-ounce tumbler and I sanded it down and I painted it with white spray paint to get started. Okay, so for these alcohol ink tumblers, you want to put a generous coat of resin on so that way it has something to float around on for a while. So if you do it too thin, it's not going to be able to move anywhere. So I mixed up 30 milliliters. I didn't use all of it. I probably used 20. I didn't look after, but I did have a little bit left over and I just made a little magnet out of it. So you just want to get it nice and smooth. And like I said, put a generous amount on. That way, when we drop the alcohol inks, we do have plenty of time to move around the colors the way we want them. So now that that's on even and we took the heat gun to it to pop any bubbles. I didn't use the heat gun too long because I was going to use it again after all the alcohol is done, but I just did run it over just to warm it up and get it moving. So then you're just going to take your random colors and you're just going to drop them wherever you want them. Even though I did color this white with the spray paint, I'm going to cover all the white. I just wanted that color in the background just to give it a lighter base, I guess, instead of black. So I'm just going to take these randomly one at a time and I'm just going to fill in all these empty spots until I don't see the white anymore. And then I'm going to take the white alcohol ink after I'm completed and then just drop that in a few locations just to put a little bit of white in here. I want this to look like waves of an ocean or of a swimming pool or have the feel of the ocean. this is about 10 to 15 minutes after I drop the alcohol ink, so you could see how nicely it's already swirling together. Okay, here it's the next day. It looks gorgeous. It's dry and it's actually really, really smooth. I don't really have any sanding to do on this one at all. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to lay down the vinyl. On this one, I used an overlay and I put the color on top of the overlay before putting it on the cup, obviously. So they're going down together, which the white on the background was not as good of a quality as the blue color one. So when I put it on the cup, I did have a little bit of trouble and I did have to take my time because I did have to take some pieces down by hand and get them adhered to the cup before I pulled the transfer tape off. Plus I used the extra hold transfer tape, which didn't help me any either. So it was really stuck to the transfer tape. So just take your time on this. You don't want to rip it. So yeah, take as long as it takes and you don't want to have to redo this part. So here's the rest of this one. I'm going to trim all this extra resin off the surface of the rim to get that blue color off. And that way, when I do the next coat of resin, it will adhere to the silver that's not painted. I'm also going to take some acetone and clean out the inside of this cup to get all that overage of spray paint off before I put the next coat of resin on. Now I'm going to take some 99% alcohol and I'm going to clean the whole surface without touching the cup again with my bare fingers. I don't want any of my oils that come off my skin to get on here because you want to avoid the fish eyes at any costs. You can even take some sandpaper if you want to and lightly sand it down. That way it has something to adhere to. But I didn't do that on this one and I didn't have any problems with it with the alcohol. I mixed 25 milliliters of resin and I added Bria Reese iridescent glitter to it just because I wanted to give the overall look a nice shimmer to it and it looks gorgeous. I only used probably 12 milliliters. I didn't need all that. So again, I made another magnet, but I just wanted to be sure to give it a good coat. I keep forgetting this is a 20 ounce and not a 30 ounce. That's why I keep over mixing my resin. So keep that in mind how big your tumbler is before you mix any resin. So I'm going to go ahead and get a nice generous coat of this on here. And then the next scenes you'll see are the final product. I'm going to put another coat on top of this one, but you don't need to see that. It's just doing the same thing over again. So thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to my new channel. I am trying to reach my first goal of 1,000 subscribers. So I would really appreciate it if you took a second to do that and hit the like button for me. That helps as well. And I hope to see you on the next one. See you later.